Ohayou gozaimasu. I'm back in my old neighborhood where I lived for the first 1.5 years, and nostalgic feelings have been like overcoming me. So I decided that maybe I want to tell you a little bit about how I moved to Japan and what were the mistakes I made and what were actually the good points that I did when moving to Japan. So I have to go to Nakano right now, so on the way I will tell you everything. So before I moved to Japan, I had no idea. I had no picture of the city Tokyo itself. Of course, I knew what like everyone knows about like Shinjuku and Shibuya, that it's like the spot to go on a weekend and stuff. I was aware of this, but I could not imagine the city where anything is. I had no idea about renting an apartment in Tokyo. Of course, like I thought it's kind of easy-ish, maybe. I had no idea about many rules here in Japan, so I was naively thinking that I will be just able to rent an apartment for one person straight after coming to Japan, which was a huge mistake because of course it wasn't that easy. I thought you just find an apartment, book it online, and you can do all the paperwork once you arrive in Japan, and then you have an apartment, which does not quite work like this in Japan. It's actually very difficult to rent an apartment as a foreigner because there are so many things. Like they want, for example, if you have 1 year visa, they will most likely not rent it to you unless like it's safe that you will get another year. And still, if you have like a good job and if you have like a 5 years visa or whatever, there are still a lot of apartments and landlords that do not want to rent apartments to foreigners. Just maybe like 2 or 3 months before I came to Japan and I realized that I will not get an apartment, I had to search for something very, very fast. In panic, I started to search for any accommodation in Japan, and the first thing that came up when I was searching on Google was the Sakura House. Sakura House is a company which rents share houses only to foreigners, and to be honest, I did not even search too long. I just found the first room. It was kind of close to Shinjuku, which was very important at the time for me because I thought I will work in Shinjuku. So I just took the first and the only available room at this time, which was 6.6 square meters. I have no idea what's this in feet or whatever. Like, Americans, please learn normal metric systems. So I just booked this room, and actually I just started to go to Japan without like knowing too much where I'm gonna live and what I'm gonna do. I just like went to the plane and went straight to Narita Airport. When I arrived in Narita, I went straight to the Sakura House office in Shinjuku, where I paid for my room, got the keys, got support, like they guided me where to go, which train to take, and everything. And I went to my share house. My share house was a really old house, to be honest. When I arrived in my share house, first I was kind of depressed about the place itself because it's kind of old. The room was really small. I'm not the type of guy who usually lives together with other people. I really like to be alone. Like I need my alone time and everything. So first I thought that the share house is not the best solution. And to be honest, I thought I will like move out after 1 or 2 months, because still I kind of thought that once I arrive in Japan, it will be easier to get an apartment by yourself. But just after a few days of living in a share house, I changed my mind very fast, because it's actually good in Japan if you have kind of like a community of people who already have been here for quite a long time. Like they helped me a lot with paperwork I had to do. When I first came to Japan, I got my first job through a friend who I met in the share house. And most of the people that I hang out today with are people that I actually met in the share house. Like they became really close friends of mine, like Helen, Jordan, Tristan, who you still have not met, but he'll soon appear on a video, hopefully. So when you plan to come to Japan, is it 1 year? Is it more than 1 year? I personally would still recommend you to at least go into a share house for the first 3-4 months, and then you can decide if you want to get an apartment or not. It is possible to get an apartment just after arriving in Japan, but it's super expensive, and then you will be missing all those social connections that are super necessary when you first come to Japan. So yeah, this is my story with my share house. And now I just arrived at the Nakano Broadway, where I'm supposed to meet a friend. So I will look for my friend. He should already be around here, and then we're gonna go and eat something. So me and my friend, we just went to the Nakano Broadway. It was full of anime and full of people and full of anime titties, which is the most important part. Now we're grabbing some ramen, and we will go to meet my other friends who are Italian, and we'll get some good Italian gelato. I got some good gelato from the Gelateria Sincerita with my Italian friends. Sincerita. They don't know Italian. The Italians. So I'm gonna try this. Very good. It's actually delicious. It's super delicious.
It's so weird.
But it's.
What am I looking at?
I'm getting all wet from it. And that's all for today. I didn't record anything else. The ice cream was super delicious, by the way. Like my Italian friends told me that it tastes pretty authentic. and that we should try it, and it tasted actually like real Italian gelato. It was kind of expensive. It was like 500, 600 yen for the whole thing. So compared to Europe, where you get it for like 2 euros, it's a thing. Then we just kind of like catch up because we didn't meet for a really long time though. I hope you enjoyed it. If yes, then please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I'm on my way back to Shimokitazawa. Maybe I will record something on my way, maybe not. If yes, you will find it behind this, or maybe I will just put it in front of it. Anyways, thanks for watching and see you the next time. See ya.